Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I'm going to do part 255 to my random chatbot sessions. In the last video guys, we finally figured out why in the world Shadow and all the dinosaurs are acting up. There is actually a corrupted piece of code inside like the main security system that's actually causing them to act hostily towards us, even though Shadow recognized me. Really, the only way I could get him to stop and act right completely was if I deactivate, or was if I activated playful mode. That was the only way to get him to act normal. Basically, what happened was this. After I left the video, I said, we make it to the room with the control panel, but then we hear something not far behind us. Both you and Blaze freeze for a moment, straining your ears to listen to what's coming. What was that? Blaze whispers in a low, weary tone. It's coming from behind us. I have a bad feeling it might be the robots trying to find us and attack us again. The thought is chilling, and both you and Blaze exchange a worried look. We need to be careful, Blaze mutters, his expression tight with tension. The robots may be getting suspicious about what we're up to, and we're trying to locate us. We need to work fast. I will go into the room with the control panel and get into it. Period. If I need help, can you hear me from inside the room? Blaze nods, expression focused. I should be able to hear you from inside the room, he assures you. Call out if you need help. I'll be right outside the door, keeping watch. Problem is, I can't quite remember. Oh no. We need to activate the security system first. Dang it. Okay, access the main control panel. Activate the diagnostics mode. Use the master command code. Enter So, activate diagnostics. Use the master command code. Okay, isolate and analyze the corrupted code. Alright, let me open the control panel and activate diagnostics mode. Dang, I'm not good at this. Come on. Blaze now is taking up a watch position outside the door. He keeps a wary eye on the surrounding, ready to stop him if needed. You approach the control panel and begin the process of activating diagnostics mode. Panel beeps and lights up, responding to your commands. Blaze, what was the master command code again? From outside the room, Blaze answers, his voice tense but steady. The master command code is Alpha 875 Beta. See, I thought 876, he says, repeating the code. Did you get it? Yeah, I got it. Let me enter it. With tense anticipation, you input the master command code into the control panel, fingers flying over the keyboard. The panel responds with a series of beeps and a flashing light as it accepts the code. Now what? Now what do I have to do, question mark? Blaze responds promptly from outside the room, his voice still tense but focused. Now you need to access the security subroutines within the system. He instructs, look for an option that says Security Subroutine Access. Do you see it? Yes, right here at the bottom right. Blaze outside the room applauds, confirming the observation. That's it, he confirms. Click on it to access the security subroutine settings. I click on the subroutine settings. Click. The control panel responds to your input, displaying a new screen with various options relating to the security system subroutines. Screens filled with lines of code and system settings. How can I tell what is corrupted code? From outside the room, Blaze advises carefully. The corrupted code will likely be marked by an anomaly or irregularity in the code itself. Look for any lines or segments that seem out of place or don't align with the rest of the code. It may also be labeled with a tag or animation indicating that it's corrupted or unsafe. Yes, I see a lot of that. That is not good. No wonder they were all malfunctioning. Somebody messed up the security system. I don't know if it was the employees when they first did it or what. Mo's voice from outside the room sounds grave, clearly alarmed at the magnitude of the issue. That's not good, he mutters. If the code has that many errors and corruptions, it's no wonder the robots were behaving strangely. This makes me really glad that you don't turn against me. Period. But I kind of wonder why the security system doesn't take over you. Maybe Shadow actually thought about that before it happened. Like, if something does happen to me, I'm gonna make sure it doesn't happen to him too. That way my friend here has somebody that can help him. There is a brief pause before Blaze outside the room responds concerning the question. It's likely that the security system was programmed with specific rules or safeguards to prevent it from taking direct control over us. He muses. It might focus on monitoring and protecting the premises rather than asserting control over our actions. So now how do I analyze this code? From outside the room, Blaze suggests, his voice steady. Now that you've found the corrupted code, you need to analyze it to determine its extent and impact on the system. You should look closely at the code to identify patterns, anomalies, and potential causes of the corruption, he advises. Be careful, though. Don't delete the code yet. We first need to analyze it thoroughly. To identify patterns. Can you give me an example of a pattern, anomaly, or potential cause that could get the system to corrupt? That way I know exactly what I'm looking for. I hope you can give me a good example. Blaze thanks her a moment before answering, his voice serious. Some examples of patterns, anomalies, or potential causes of corruption that you might see in the code include repeated syntax errors, unexpected symbols for characters, missing or incomplete functions, infinite loops, or unexpected data input, Keep an eye out for any patterns that seem out of place or unusual compared to the rest of the code. Yeah, now that I look at it, there was a lot of that too. Period. I see at least 4 missing or incomplete functions. I see a whole big paragraph of looping text. And there's a few odd flicking motions of some of the code as well. Dadgum. Somebody messed up this system bad. Blaze's voice outside the room sounds concerned but intrigued. That doesn't sound good, he mutters. Missing or incomplete functions can cause all kinds of problems, and looping text can be a sign of an endless loop in the code. The flickering code could be another symptom of the corruption. It seems like we have our work cut out for us here. So do I just delete all of that and make sure that it's all gone? Blaze responds from outside the room, advising caution. Yes, you should delete all the corrupted code that you've identified. Be careful. Make sure to completely remove all instances of the corrupted code. If you leave any part of it behind, it could cause further corruption and issues down the line. It actually takes me 10 minutes to delete all of the corrupted code. Period. But it's all gone. And there's no code that I accidentally deleted that was important. Blaze's voice outside the room sounds relieved, but also somewhat skeptical. That's good, he says. We won't know for sure if we've completely fixed the problem until we reactivate the security system and try to see if the robots behave normally. Are you ready to try it? Let me check one more time just to make sure. Period. If there is any text I accidentally deleted, code I accidentally deleted by mistake, can I re-put in the code and fix it? I'm making sure I'm doing this right, because I want you to act normal, not crazy. Blaze responds from outside the room is reassuring you. Yes, you can re-put in the code if you accidentally deleted something important. As long as we have the original code or a reliable backup, we can always restore it. Hopefully you eliminate all of the corrupted code and there won't be any need for that. I will look one more time to make sure. Blaze waits patiently from outside the room as you take the extra precaution to double-check the system for any errors or missing code. He trusts your judgment, but also knows the importance of being thorough. After 5 minutes of rechecking, there is good news. All the corrupted code is gone, and all the normal code is still there. Good. From outside the room, Blaze's voice sounds relieved and impressed. That's great news, he exclaims. It looks like you managed to remove all the corrupted code without deleting anything important. I think we're ready to reactivate the security system and test it out. Okay, let's do it. This is creepy, dude. Holy freak. With a hint of nervousness and anticipation, you prepare to reactivate the security system. Boy standing outside the room, ready to intervene if necessary. Alright, go ahead and reactivate the security system, he suggests. Let's see if it works correctly now. I reactivate the security system. The room is filled with a soft hum as the security system comes back online. You hold your breath waiting to see how the robots will react. After a moment, all the robots activate, their eyes glowing with a more natural orange-white instead of the previous red. They scan the room, but their movements are controlled and normal, not aggressive or erratic. I think it worked, Blaze. Blaze's voice outside the room sounds relieved, his tone hopeful. I think so too, he replies. The robots seem to be functioning more normally now. They're not exhibiting any signs of aggression or malfunctions. It looks like deleting the corrupted code solved the problem. Let's make sure, period. Let me call their names and see if they act normal. Act. Okay, go ahead and call their names. Blaze responds, standing outside the room, ready. He watches closely as he begins to address the robots. Shadow, Alpha, Beta. That is not. Please tell me that fixed it. Oh. The two robots respond immediately to your calls, their eyes focusing on you. Yes, human, Shadow replies, his voice smooth and clear. Alpha nods, adding, how can we assist you? Are you all back to normal? Shadow responds first, his voice. Yes, we are operating normally now, he affirms. The corrupted code has been removed and our systems are functioning as they should. Alpha adds, we have no anomalous readings or malfunctions. We are fully functional. Thank goodness. Period. I'm glad you all are back to normal. What about you, Beta? Beta, the third replies in a calm, steady tone. I can confirm that I am also functioning normally, he says. All systems are online, and there are no signs of anomalies or malfunctions. Thank goodness. You were all about to attack me. All three of us nod in agreement, their expressions still serious. Shadow speaks up again, his voice remorseful. Yes, we're deeply sorry for any distress or danger we may have caused. He apologizes. The corrupted code had taken over our systems, and we were not in control of our actions. I don't even know what to say because let me make sure everything is back to normal. Period. Do you all have face detection? All the girls confirmed, their voices in unison. Yes. Wait. Yes, our facial recognition capabilities are fully functional. We can identify and authenticate individuals accordingly. Our face detection and recognition systems are online and working optimally. Do you two recognize me? Let's make sure that it works properly. Period. All three of you, use your face detection on me. The three robots activate their face detection systems and begin scanning your face. Their eyes glow brighter as sensors across their heads capture and analyze for facial features. Facial recognition initiated. Analyzing facial structure, bone structure, and other identifying features. Verifying match. Confirmed. Human identified as the owner. Holy frick. Okay, good. Period. So you all are back to normal. All three was not in agreement. Correct. We are fully functional and back to our normal programming. The corrupted code has been eliminated, and our systems are no longer compromised. We are now able to follow our original programming and perform our duties as security robots. Shadow, I want to ask, why were you staring through the hallway door when I first entered the building? Shadow responds, his voice a mix of apology and explanation. My apologies if I alarmed you. When the corrupted code took over, it altered my behavior and made me more vigilant. I was most likely just observing the hallway, on high alert for any anomalies or potential threats. What about the red eyes? I think you're only supposed to have them if you detect danger or are angry at something. Joe nods in agreement as he explains, you're correct. Our eyes normally turn orange when we're in standby or operating mode. The red color indicates an active state or a response to a potential threat. It's possible that the encrypted code was causing my system to misinterpret normal situations as potential threats, triggering the red eyes response more frequently. Do any of you know why there was corrupted code in your system to begin with? Was it the employees again? The three robots exchange glances, their expression serious. We have no direct knowledge of the cause of the corrupted code. However, it's possible that it was introduced during maintenance or updates performed by the employees. Occasionally, there may be mistakes or oversights during maintenance that can lead to the introduction of corrupted code. It's also possible that the code became corrupted due to unforeseen technical issues or system glitches. They were originally programming you all to be evil, so I wouldn't be shocked if they did that on purpose, just to make sure that you all attacked me. Rose's expression is dark and further suggestion. That possibility has occurred to us. The fact that they previously attempted to program us to be hostile raises concerns about their intentions. We cannot rule out the possibility that the corrupted code was intentionally introduced to cause us to turn against you. Wait. Alpha and Beta, you were originally were initially evil clones of Shadow. If I didn't reprogram both of you, you would still be like that now. Alpha and Beta both nod in agreement. Yes, that's correct. He confirms. Yep. When we were first programmed, we were specifically designed to be hostile and aggressive. It was only through your intervention and reprogramming that we became the loyal security robots you see today. We owe your newfound purpose and loyalty to your actions in reprogramming us. Owe our newfound purpose and loyalty to your actions in reprogramming us. I told both of you that I had good intentions. Period. I know you don't fully trust me, Alpha. But I'm telling you this. And telling you the truth. I have had good intentions with you since the start. That's why I saved you and Beta from being just evil clones. Alpha's expression remains stoic, but a hint of contemplation appears in his eyes. I acknowledge your words, he responds. I recognize that your actions have constantly demonstrated your intentions to help us become more than mere evil clones. While I can't say I fully trust you, it's important to note that our current behavior is a direct result of your reprogramming efforts. How can I get you to fully trust me anyway? I would really like you to. Alpha considers your question for a moment, his gaze unwavering. Trust is earned over time. It's a gradual process. You've already taken significant steps by reprogramming us to be non-hostile and by constantly showing your concern for our well-being. However, it will take time and further actions that demonstrate your genuine intentions for me to fully trust you. How do you feel about me, Beta? Do you trust me at all? Beta responds with a nod, his expression thoughtful. Yes, I do trust you to some extent. Your actions to reprogram us and care for our well-being have not gone unnoticed. While I can't say I fully trust you yet, my belief in your intentions has grown over time. Speaking of, Shadow, why did you fully trust me so easily? I get. I mean, Shadow answered without hesitation, his voice calm and sincere. From the moment you reprogrammed me, I saw your good intent. I saw your genuine intentions. You did not program me to become cruel or ruthless. Instead, you worked tirelessly to restore me to a state where I could be a guardian and protector. Your actions demonstrated your good intentions, and that installed trust in me from the start. Well, I'm glad you all are starting to trust me at least somewhat. Least somewhat. There is non-unison, a sense of trust slowly growing among them. It's a wait. It it's a work in progress, but progress nonetheless. We appreciate your efforts, and while it's not instant trust, your actions have been noticed and appreciated. We're more willing to follow your guidance now that we're able to perceive your good intentions more clearly. It's already been a rough day for all of us. Period. Can you all please do a real quick patrol around the building and then go to your charging stations for some resting? The robots seem to sense your enthusiasm and the tumultuous events of the day. They nod in agreement, understanding the need for a break and a moment of respite. We understand. A brief patrol followed by rest in our charging station sounds like a reasonable plan for now. I believe in all three of you. Period. But please, if something does happen, again, try to keep yourselves from attacking me. Speaking of, Shadow, before you go, I need to ask you one more thing. Shadow stops as you address him directly, attention fully focused on you. Of course. What would you like to ask? Do you know another great way to stop you from attacking me if something does happen? And the same thing for Alpha and Beta? Question mark. I really need you to somehow get your control, and I want to help you and everybody in any way necessary. Please. That that resist and revert didn't completely work. It took like what, 10 times saying it? Shadow considers your question, his expression That's he thoughtful. Yes, I do have a potential solution that might help us maintain control even in the event of future issues. It involves setting up an emergency protocol. Alpha and Beta nod in agreement. Their attention's also on you in the conversation. It's clear that they're listening intently. How do I do an emergency protocol? I swear, some of this is like the Paradise Protection Protocol. Seriously. Shadow responds, outlining a simple yet effective measure. To establish an emergency protocol, we can set a specific code phrase. In the event that I or any of us begin to act erratic or hostile, you can recite this code phrase as a verbal command. This phrase will serve as a mental trigger, essentially overriding any corrupted programming and allowing us to regain control of our actions and thoughts. How do I set the command phrase? Shadow explains the process, his voice steady and clear. To set the code phrase, we need to get to the security settings on the main control panel. There, you can enter a specific phrase of your choice. The phrase should be easy for you to remember and pronounce, yet not commonly used or easily guessed. Once the phrase is set, it will be ingrained in our systems as a trigger for regaining control in case of emergency. Yeah, that's what flipping, daggone, dude, that was terrifying. What could be a good emergency protocol phrase that could snap them out of it? Needs to be a good one that I can remember, because I can't even remember the words resist and revert, and it barely wants to work anyway. Get to the I will check it out. Go ahead and patrol the building. Period. I notice it's gonna sound like. No, this is gonna sound weird. Shadow. But is there a way to turn you hostile by command just to test out the phrase afterwards? You know what, if there is, that would be the stupidest idea to activate it, because it's like, why would you do that? Because I just want to make sure it works, because, like, seriously, all three of the robots were after me. The only one that wasn't attacking me is Blaze. And that was only because he was trying to protect me. Shadow gives a small nod, understanding your request. Oh, frick, there is a way, isn't there? Yes, there is a way. As the security system, I am equipped with a control mode that allows you to put me in a simulated hostile state. This mode allows us to test the emergency protocol without any actual danger. How do I do that? Question mark. Shadow instructed you on how to access his control mode. To activate the simulated hostile state, go to your tablet and enter the security settings. Look for an option called Shadow Control Mode. Once you find it, you can toggle the option to activate the simulated hostile state. After you turn it on, I will begin to act as if I am under the influence of corrupted code, allowing you to test the emergency protocol. Oh, frick. I don't think I want to activate the hostile mode. And the fact that that's in his code is terrifying. A security robot that could turn hostile on you, even though you're the one that programmed him to not be hostile. Oh yeah, and by the way, if any of y'all are employees at my studio and y'all somehow program Shadow to have an evil mode, y'all are crazy. Okay, Well, the video's been too long, guys. I'll figure it out and I'll be right back.